Welcome back everyone, I'm Marcus and we are continuing the run of Megaman 3. Now, this is something a bit weird that only Megaman 3 ended up doing. For some reason, the weakness chain in this game is disjointed. Like, we just beat Needleman and logic will dictate that the next Robot Master we are gonna have to face is weak to Needleman's weapon. But turns out the Robot Master weak to Needleman's weapon is Snakeman, the one we already faced. So in this game, you are pretty much forced to do to at least Buster Shot only two Robot Masters. It's the only game where that happens, and I don't know if that's under an oversight or a conscious choice by the developers. And this is the situation where Snakeman weapon is the most useful. When you have someone on top, on an higher ground or even a lower ground, but you have the floor that connects to him in a very scattered pattern, like a stair or something like that, just go with a Snakeman. It's basically the best use of that weapon you're gonna get. These med tools here are kind of a bitch because you have to hit them in the head, and if you keep shooting them at the bulldozer, they will basically stay still. So yeah, and they seem to be respawning because I freaking stopped at the worst possible point. I don't know why I'm using Rush Jet here, because I could have just used Rush Coil. And thankfully I keep finding extra lives, because one of the constants in this game is that basically I died at every single stage. But yeah, the disjointed weakness chain is kind of weird, but it's not that I hate it. It's just that you are gonna be hard-pressed to actually find at least two Robot Masters where you have to get good at with the weapon of choice. Not to say that you need to Buster only them, because you can try an experiment if see there's another weapon that's at least as much more useful than your Mega Buster. But I'm kinda like that. If I know I don't have a weakness, and I just don't want bother in try to experiment, because I am stupid, I guess. I don't know how about you, like, how do you play Mega Man? Do you just stick to try as many weapons as possible? Thank you. I hate when I have to do jumps like this. Do you try as many weapons as possible, or you just stick to the Buster for the normal stages and keep all the weapon for the Robot Masters, because you might be afraid of having to do them without the weakness? It's a legitimate question that I'm really curious about, because I usually tend to just stick with the Mega Buster, with a few exceptions. Like, I have a very broken and very useful weapon that will never run out, like the Metal Blades, or in case of stuff like Mega Man X, the Tornado of Storm Eagle. And now we have Top Man, probably the candidate for the easiest Robot Master. It shoots these tops that are very easy to avoid. Don't misconstrue the fact that I'm getting hit a lot here, but you just stay close to him, move out of the way once the tops start moving, and you'll be golden. He's invulnerable when he spins, but you just have to wait for him to turn on the other side and he'll be very easy. You can't stop the top, but at the very least you can make him explode once he decides to stop. It took me 2 parts to fill in a Megas reference in this playthrough. I'm kind of disappointed in myself, I have to say. If you don't know who the Megas are, just look them up on Bandcamp. They did a ton of Mega Man covers, and the album they did for Mega Man 3, History Repeating, is just incredible. This is not a sponsor stuff, by the way. I just love their music, and I wanna let everyone know about them. Although if you're a Mega Man fan, you most likely already know them, but still. So we got the top spin, and now we are moving to the second Robot Master of this chain, which is Shadow Man. We have a ninja Robot Master here. And yeah, the top spin you're gonna see, it's a very weird freaking weapon. I have no idea what they were thinking about with this weapon, but you are gonna see. Oh, a familiar whistle. Oh, this time you're gonna fight us. So yeah, we're gonna fight this guy in a couple of stages. I used to have the hardest of a time, like a really bitch time with this asset, but as you can see, once you learn that you can just slide under him with his constant jumping and shoot him in the back while he never tries to change his pattern or move away, he becomes one of the easiest enemies in this game. And yet this section is annoying because those domes over there will just obscure your entire field of vision, so you either have to you either took them out, or you just have to go with the flow. Snake Man's weapon is very useful here, because you will instantly see the pits if there happens to be some of them around, or you can just look out for the enemies that might be spawning with your constant movement, and see where they are standing. You know that there's floor over there, so yeah. This stage is not that hard. Honestly, I think the more we go on with the series, the stages get a bit easier, especially if you decide to follow the most common weakness route. You usually have something to deal with some of the most different paths of the stages. Megaman 3, I think, in terms of difficulty, is kinda in the middle. It's not harder. It's damn it, stupid parachute guy. I think it's mostly because of Rush Jet. It will make a lot of the other stuff easier to avoid. But even if you decide to just grit your teeth and take the challenge in every single platform section, I still think it's I think it's in the top for hardest. I'm trying really hard to think. Maybe I'm thinking way too hard. I think it's a little bit harder than 2, but not as hard as 1. I think 1 is a lot harder than either 2 or 3. And now we got to our Robot Master, our Ninja Man. Let's take the top spin, as is his own weakness, and let's see how this fight is gonna go. So, top spin is a very close ranged weapon. You have to just press the attack button and Megaman will spin in place. As you can see, it can do a freak ton of damage, but at the same time, it seems like you are constantly getting hit. It doesn't seem there's a way you can hit the enemy without the enemy hitting you in return, so it feels like a weapon that is not really worth using. But in a more modern game, I feel having a weapon like that will be very fun if someone that likes to speedrun things. And now we also got the last upgrade for Rush, the Rush Marine. I think we blew the opportunity to see it in action for Gemini Man stage, but maybe later we find some other stuff to actually use it, because it makes underwater section a breeze. And now we have a Sparkman stage, and yeah, this is one of my absolute favorite. Like the soundtrack in Mega Man 3, the first time I heard it, didn't really jive with me. The more time passes, the more I started really appreciating the tune. And Sparkman's theme is one of my absolute favorite in this entire game. And once we get to the Wily stages, the Wily stages have the best freaking music in the game for me. So, this ball and chain guys are the most pace-breaking enemies in this game. I hate them. So, we got Shadow Man. Shadow Man's weapon is actually a one that I think is one of the better in this game. It's basically kinda like the Metal Blades, although it doesn't seem like you can shoot it downwards, just in front of you, upwards and in the diagonal. But still, even if it doesn't have the same capability of the metal blades, it's still a very fast weapon that can shoot in multiple directions. So yeah, if you really decide, I think that is one of the better weapons to use in this game. It's not the absolute best. There's another one that I think is a lot better, and we're gonna see it later. But yeah, the selection here is really, really nice. Snake weapon is really good. The Sparkman's weapon is okay. Needleman is a nice Gatling gun, and I don't know what the fuck happened here, but it seems like it's either something in the collection or these things are coming down way faster than they're supposed to. So I kinda jump cutted here because I got stuck trying to understand what the hell I was supposed to do. So I just died after a while, and yeah, turns out that all you have to do is just run and not give a flying fuck about it. And oh, this section is the worst. These enemies, they keep appearing out of nowhere. They put them in the worst possible places! Ah, damn it. At the end, I finally managed to get a game over, and you know what? F this shit. I don't care. You see, I really shouldn't be doing this because I know that I am capable of actually doing this challenge. But I'm not 20 anymore, I got shit to do. So if I can make it a bit easier on myself, I just go up and do it. And now we have Sparkman. Easily one of my favorite designs in this game for the Robot Masters. And as you can see, it's also really easy once you have a Shadow Man's weapon. Just because of how much how much range of action you have. If an enemy is in above you with Shadow Man's weapon, just go out. Go all out, there's nothing left to stop you. And with that, we got the Spark Shot. So we only have 2 Robot Masters left, but we're gonna see them in the next part of Mega Man 3. I'm Markus, have a nice day everyone.